Welcome back to the Delaware Way. I'm Larry Menti. Wilmington has a crime problem, specifically a murder problem. There's no secret about that. Newsweek dubbed Wilmington Murdertown USA, and it was devastating to the city. The mayor was upset. Everybody was upset in Wilmington. And now, based on that moniker, ABC is considering a series called Murdertown USA. And several people are upset about that, including the gentleman I'm about to introduce you to, Rabbi Michael Beals from Congregation Beth Shalom in Wilmington. Sir, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to be here.
What is your problem with the series?
Well, I think that we are not defined by murder. Murder is a problem that exists in the city that's very serious, but to define us by our problems it's a lie. And it says, thou shalt not lie in the Torah. It says, thou shalt not bear false witness in the Ten Commandments. And I think this episode, this show, would go ahead and bear false witness against this beautiful city, which is so much more than our murder statistics.
Let me push back a little bit on that concept, because you do have a murder problem. And every year, Wilmington is at the top, if not at the very top of the list of the most dangerous cities in America per capita with the highest murder rates. So is it possible that the moniker is correct?
No, the moniker is not correct, because we're more than that. Could you imagine if after, I don't know, in Columbine, right, where they had a murder problem, they called that place Murdertown USA? Would that be a fair thing to call it? In that moment, yes, it's a tragedy. To go ahead and bear, to make money off of it, seems to me it's a crime and it's slanderous.
Because I will tell you, the reason I say that is because on social media, I was posting some things about the article that you were involved in when you got together and had a news conference. And many people from the area, interestingly enough, responded with "truth hurts." You know, why don't you fix the crime problem and not worry about a drama, not worry about a TV show? So there is some pushback, and there is that feeling out there that this is indeed Murdertown.
Do you think that showing an episode on ABC that's going to be popular entertainment called Murdertown USA will help us fix those problems?
But don't you have to fix the problem first so these things don't happen?
Oh, very good. So the quote that seems to have landed me in the seat was that up until now, every time there was a murder in Wilmington, Delaware, it was on us. And I argued that the moment they have popular entertainment, somewhere between Grey's Anatomy and Scandal, which is where I think they want to put it, called Murdertown USA, Wilmington, Delaware, the next murder will be on ABC's hands.
What? No, there's a disconnect to me in that.
I'm going to help you.
Okay, go ahead.
So I read the Newsweek article, and they talked about, well, what were some of the reasons why the murder rate was so high? One of the issues they talked about was lack of economic opportunities. Was right up there, that people have things to do, and they don't have labor, they don't have work, so they find idle hands or the devil's workshop. So imagine if I was now somebody going to put a new business or corporation in Wilmington, Delaware, and then I heard, oh, Murdertown USA? This is not a place that I'm going to go ahead and put my business. So now that business didn't happen, that industry didn't happen, and then how does that impact the people that live in Wilmington? It hurts us financially, not just financially, but I'm saying lives are at stake. That I am big on accountability. And the thing that makes me so angry is that the absolute lack of accountability and responsibility on the part of ABC Studios, thinking that this is a place for entertainment, to call a town that did nothing wrong to them that I know about, and calling it Murdertown USA. I think it's irresponsible. I think it borders on being cruel.
There's a cynical reality in all this. The more you boycott, the more you talk about it, the more interest there will be in the show. Could you be actually helping the show?
Oh, I hope not.
You understand that is a possibility.
Sure.
Though.
Although I dare say even having the conversation creates the idea of what is the relationship of a studio and a network to the communities which go ahead and watch their shows. If nothing else, it opens up an interesting conversation like the one we're having.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that, it's not the network that feels that responsibility, it's the local stations. And WPVI would probably have some responsibility to Wilmington, since they do serve Wilmington.
I'm going to turn to you for advice and guidance.
Okay, we'll talk about that during the break. Thank you so much, Rabbi. Rabbi Michael Beals, Congregation Beth Shalom, who is very upset, as a lot of people are, with Murdertown USA. We'll be back in a minute.